Hey, everybody! It's Eddie from Tokyo. This is your cryptocurrency update from Japan, and I broke some pretty interesting news in the last 24 hours. Let's get right into it. Ripple, the company, has joined the ISDA. This is 100% focus on derivatives. The officers include BlackRock and Societe Generale, etc. The directors, JP Morgan, CME Group, Citi, Goldman Sachs, BNY Mellon, the London Stock Exchange, Bank of America, Intercontinental Exchange, and so on. You can see some really big, heavy hitters in the financial sector. Over 1,000 institutions from 79 different countries are members. So what are derivatives? Well, popular ones that are sold are options, single stock futures, a contract for difference. They're called CDFs. XRP is actually in a CDF with SBI as a financial instrument. Swaps are very, very popular. JP Morgan is the world's largest derivatives bank with a total notional value of 39 billion. There's a lot of money that sloshes around in currencies, bonds, commodities, stocks, and soon, tokenized real world assets. So I am sure this is the reason for Ripple joining. It is a pretty big deal, and I shared with my Patreons that it's very telling to look at the direction Ripple is going. They have described themselves differently than I've ever seen done before. It reads on their description that Ripple's mission is to build breakthrough crypto solutions for a world without economic borders. Through blockchain technology, Ripple enables global financial institutions, businesses, governments, and developers to move, manage, and tokenize value, helping to unlock greater economic opportunity, enabling the world to move value like it moves information today. Now, what's interesting is that there was no mention of cross-border payments. So I think this roadmap is clear, even though it's always changing. I acknowledge that, but it's clear this is their current direction. Here's just yet one more. It was in 2020 that SIX and SBI announced that they would do a joint venture to create a liquidity hub. I think everybody who follows XRP knows about the liquidity hub. Well, it was SBI and SIX that announced it years before Ripple's announcement. Ripple retweeted out their liquidity hub solution again yesterday. This is from an original announcement that was in April, but no, not showing XRP as of yet being added to that liquidity hub. I would imagine that it will be, but as of right now, I can tell you that they're not announcing it. Here's another really good example. SBI took a position in Currency Cloud targeted as an M&A or a merger and acquisition back in January 2020 with participating in an $80 million round. That round also included Siam Commercial Bank, and the commercial bank in Thailand was the very first to test RippleNet in Asia. Then 6 months later, Ripple announces their partnership in July with Currency Cloud. So you see how you can kind of predict the future. Now, I'm not exactly sure I understand what's going on here. This is a big Zoom call with SBI and XDC. It's going to happen next Thursday. It's going to be in Japanese. They have 500 seats available. I will do my very best to report what they talk about. There's something going on here. Number 3 and number 4 on the agenda are interesting. The U.S. Electronic Trade Documents Act and what XDC Network is doing, and also the collaboration between the Singapore government and XDC Network. But I just can't help but think there's something more to this, because there's just a lot of SBI and XDC stuff happening lately. I have more to talk about SBI and XDC, but I want to take you back to this announcement that we were expecting was going to take XRP to the next level from Bitstamp. Well, it turned out to be a real disappointment. The reward that they have slated as taking XRP to the next level is only 2%. That's really not very competitive. I had guessed it was going to be some form of staking, and I was right. And then someone in the comments said that you can't stake XRP. Well, yeah, technically you're right. You can't stake XRP like a proof of work token. But people use this staking word very loosely for rewards. Like here's the Kraken website, and you can see that they are telling you can earn Ripple staking rewards. So they're using the word staking very loosely just to describe some sort of yield. But the one I can't get over is why in the world they haven't changed Ripple to XRP. It's crazy because of all the exchanges that should know, Kraken should know. But here I come back to SBI and XDC. They just announced in the last couple of days that they're going to have a 6.8% reward coming on XDC out of SBI VC Trade. That's nice. And Solana is at 7.4. Oasis, where are you, Oasis? I'm not sure. I can't read where Oasis is. Maybe they're the same. Yeah, it looks like Oasis and Solana are both the same, but check out Polkadot 17.3 and Atom 20.4 annual rate respectively. That's just wow. That's a wow. Moving to something a little different, it's my friend Jay. He is just, he's on fire. He got the official registry with the central bank in El Salvador to be an official service provider. It's part of an established Article 3 of the regulations for Bitcoin law that they have, which is a requirement to operate in El Salvador. So Spendabits will be able to operate in El Salvador. I'm so happy for him. And also, when I let everybody know about this, it kind of dawned on me that since the SEC versus Ripple ruling has taken place, that the anti-BTC rhetoric seems to have escalated. I don't know why. That is completely misguided energy. It just makes no sense at all. A maxi of any token only hurts this space to grow, thrive, and be adopted. So I don't know why, but I think you don't direct your disdain for BTC maximalism to the token. The crypto asset itself is just code. I understand if you have an issue with the maxis out there, but it shouldn't spill over into not owning Bitcoin. I mean, that's just crazy. Another big story that I broke today is about BitPay. As of August 4th, XRP is back in play to buy, store, swap, and spend with BitPay. This is great for liquidity, and we're going to see more and more XRP being utilized in these types of service providers that are focused on crypto. There's a new IMF crypto cycle and U.S. monetary policy. I'll save you a little bit of time if you don't want to read the 50 plus pages. A quick summary is that cryptocurrencies exhibit this strong price correlation. I think if you've been in the space, you know that when Bitcoin goes up, everything goes up. When Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. What the IMF is wanting policymakers to do is cautiously regulate to mitigate potential spillover effects on traditional financial markets because of this correlation. And we learned that there are 9 new projects that were selected for the XRP Ledger Accelerator. This is really good. This is designed to help entrepreneurs building. It's a little bit different than the Ripple X grants. It's where they actively engage these companies or these startups in equipping them with early stage teams to help them hone their necessary skills, resources, and benefits to go to the next level. And you'll see why I like this very much. I talked about it when I was interviewed by King Solomon in the UK, and I'll let him take you out of this video with that interview. All right, everybody, till next time, do take care. Sayonara for now. Bye-bye.
What is up, everybody? Solomon here. Super excited to be with Genfinity again in London at the BPM launch event. Ticketing on the XRPL, solving real-world problems with real-world use cases. Also equally excited to be with somebody that I've been waiting to meet for like 5 years of my life, which is Crypto Eri. Eddie, I want to ask you, how exciting is it to see the transition of innovation on the XRP ledger with real-world use cases starting to go live and launching? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, well, finally I see that the dream that everybody's had with building solutions on blockchain and using the XRP ledger is coming to fruition. And the fact that this particular project is really creating a solution for a real world problem. And I think the quality of people on this project is really worth mentioning, because that is usually what makes a huge difference from those that can execute and those that maybe just dream. These guys are real people in the ecosystem that are able to execute. And I think a lot of people, I was telling someone inside that the reason why I think they're going to be successful, when you do business with somebody, you usually do business with people that you like and people that you respect and people that you think can handle the job. Because when you make a collaboration or a partnership, your reputation is on the line, right?
Yep.
And so if you are going to partner or collaborate with somebody and they fail, it casts a shadow on your judgment and your decision. But I think that this particular group, who we've met tonight, and they are really skilled and quality people, they're going to be able to attract, I think, the partners and the use cases that scale to a level that's going to not only be successful, that's great, that's good, and I think they're going to make it, but it's also going to prove that the XRP ledger is a protocol that can provide a solution for many developers and many people who are building business models that need to have the capabilities that the XRP ledger has and that the Hooks chain has with smart contracts, and then also with Evernode and with the smart hot pockets. You can customize that blockchain to be super powerful, and I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity to build some of the best businesses out there in blockchain.
I think one of the things that you've really been a steward of and supported and spent countless of hours facilitating is really highlighting the builders in this space. So to see an event like this going on is fantastic. So gigantic shout out to the BPM guys and Chris and Kelvin, everybody on the team. What would you say out there to the wider crypto community right now about what the XRP ledger represents, and how important is it to bring more developers here to understand the use cases of what this ledger can do for projects in a real world utility way?
Yeah, so I think if you can dream it, it can be built now on the side chain.
Yep.
And when you do anything in this world, you can always bring it back to a payment, right? Everything goes back to payments. No matter what it is you're doing in a business model, it has payments. So David Schwartz and Jed and Arthur Brito built the most incredible, powerful payments chain in the world. So you take that, and if you fork the code like was done with Weitza Win and his team with the XRPL labs, and then build those smart contracts on with the Evernode capabilities, it becomes incredibly powerful. So I know it kind of sounds crazy, but whatever you dream now can be built and solved by a blockchain that gives us the transparency and the digital footprint needed to really go into the next level of Web3.
100%. And I kind of want to leave it like, what would you recommend for anybody that's looking to get into this space, whether you're a content creator or whatever? I think it's of the utmost important to support real builders in this space.
Yeah.
Under things that are factually solving problems.
Yeah.
And real business models, things like that. I know it's something that you and I talk about on the side quite consistently. What would you like to see maybe more of from a content creation standpoint that's coming out of the XRP community in a way that we can drive more people here for more builders to really build, to understand what's actually here to build upon?
So it's twofold. We have the audience, and the audience is interested not only for changing the world, which is what blockchain will do, but also those people who are interested in leveraging the rewards, whether it be DeFi, whether it be speculation, whatever it is. There is an aspect of that is very intriguing and very interesting. So we've got the audience. The audience needs to focus on what's being built, and they need to focus on the builders. And those builders are the people who are the entrepreneurs. Those are also the developers, the people who are actually coding.
Yeah.
And we need to give them a voice as content creators and as a platform that has an audience. We need to be sure that we are not just talking price all the time, or that we're just not talking about things that are, in a very vague sense, not necessarily solving real world problems. And what I talked about tonight, Ripple did a great job at getting us started. But I don't think we want to hang our hat on Ripple to take us to the finish line.
Yeah.
Ripple's going to continue to be an intricate part of the ecosystem. But when it comes to, if you are an XRP holder, you want to be sure that you are focusing on those builders and those entrepreneurs that choose the blockchain XRPL to build on.
Yeah.
Because that's going to build the value. So that's the one side. And the other side is actually for the holder themselves, is to get your thinking cap on and start thinking about what is it that you have a problem with in this space. And if you were to approach a solution, how would you do it? And if you were to use the XRP ledger, get in touch with a builder, with a developer, and people should be collaborating so that they can come up with those solutions together.
Well, we really appreciate your time, Eri. Eri has put in thousands upon thousands of hours of work in this space, bringing builders together, giving builders a forum to actually talk about what they're facilitating in this space. And Eri, as always, it's a pleasure. And I can't believe we actually met in person. It's been such an honor meeting you in person. So I love you. Thanks, Eri.
Yeah.